Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to go ahead and take a quick second to go ahead and join on with one of our good clients here, Andre. Andre, could you go ahead and introduce yourself and your agency, if you don't mind?
Not a problem. My name is Andre Francis. I'm the administrative director for One Patient at a Time Home Care. We are based out of Middletown, Connecticut.
Yeah, and so we have Andre on today here, right, to talk a little bit about how his experience has been with Adfelt, specifically working with us, and overall how his results have been, and everything in that nature, right? So, really quick, Andre, to start the conversation, what made you decide to work with Adfelt actually in the first place?
Yeah, so our business, we've been in business about 5 years or so, and we kind of felt like we were reaching a little bit of a plateau, kind of banging our heads against the wall, and getting leads, and we were looking for a way to have more of a presence online as well as get better quality leads than what we were getting. So that ultimately got me to wanting to look into different ways that we could be more efficient and effective with trying to grow our business through getting leads.
Yeah. And so far, right? And really happy to hear about that, right? And so when it comes to specifically, where you saw Adfelt first, could you talk a little bit about that actually?
Yeah, I saw Adfel. Actually, I came across it on an ad on Instagram. And at first, you never really know what you're getting with some of those ads. So I was skeptical at first, I'm not gonna lie, but I decided to then go and um, just check out the demo video. And I was able to then connect with a member from Adfelt and just have a good conversation. And just seeing the capabilities of what it was offering was very enticing. So ultimately, that's why we decided to join.
Yeah,
The demo, the people I interacted with, it just made me feel like it was the right decision.
definitely, definitely. And so far, what has it been like working with the team so far?
The team has been great. Elijah, Elias, very prompt, very professional, very down to earth. And then, the thing that I appreciate the most, to be honest with you, is when you guys say you're going to do something, you get it done, it's timely. And if for whatever reason there's a hiccup or an issue, you communicate. And sometimes that's all you can ask for. So that's been certainly a breath of fresh air to work with.
Yeah, definitely. And so far, what are some of the results that you've seen with kind of working with Adfil in this time? I know we've only had you on, I think for it's going to be a little bit like, a month and a half now. So far, how are things going?
I mean, things are going great overall, I'd say. I mean, we started, recently 3 new clients, all that came from ads, and just the work that you guys have all put into, building our online brand and presence. Aside from that, we're getting calls a lot more consistently now. Even, while I'm talking to you, I'm getting a call, itching to see who that was, but that's just been a great, difference than what we were getting before. We were getting calls here and there, and to be honest with you, most of our business was outbound calls and outreach. So to be able to, get calls coming in, first of all, the conversation is just a little bit, different. There's not as many barriers. So a lot of success. And then even with some of the other campaigns, like being able to send emails and things like that has been really, uh, really nice.
Yeah, definitely. Really happy to hear that, by the way, and about the three clients. So, really quick, how has having our support impacted specifically the business, would you say? Like, of course, uh, yeah, I'll let you answer the question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, aside, but we kind of just talked about the fact that it boosts results, right? But it's also boosted, overall productivity. And I say our efficiency as well. The platform that we interact with every day is nice because it, organizes the different leads depending on the stage and their journey that they are. Makes it very easy to follow up with the notes and the care intake AI as well, all very, beneficial tools that we use. And, it's been great.
Definitely. And I really appreciate all the feedback that you've given us, Andre. You've been a stellar client to work with, especially throughout this entire process. You know, you, Anne Marie, everybody on the team. So the last question to wrap up, right? What I wanted to ask, what would you tell another home care owner, who's also considering to work with us, but they're hesitating to make that step? What would be something that you would say to them?
Oh, I mean, I would say, one, that's understandable because I was in that same exact position, but approach it with an open mind. And, just truly, look at Adfelt for the value, that it brings. Don't look at it necessarily, yeah, as an expense. It's a value. Um, and,
100%.
and I would say, again, based off of working with you all, the results that we've kind of talked about have come to fruition. So give it a chance.
100%. Thank you, Andre. I really appreciate the kind words, guys. Well, thank you so much, Andre. Right, we really appreciate you having come on, giving us these nice words. Everything's been really great from you guys. But here,
Likewise.
there, thank you.